This semester, I have focused on my involvement in the agricultural industry from 4-H, FFA, Michigan Apple Clean, my family farm, and the discourse language of my major, Agricultural Business Management, with a minor in Spanish. I've struggled trying to choose one project I feel should be shared in more of an impactful manner. Originally, I was going to focus on each project. I then decided that was not the way to go and chose to focus on Project 3, the discourse language of the agricultural industry. As I formed my rough draft, I began to realize that to really make an impact the way I wanted to, I cannot use an infographic all filled with facts in the discourse language. I needed to channel a personal feeling through this project. This whole time, I have been basing what I want my project to be off of an emotionally personal and perplexing. I have included this video in my project to show my inspiration for what my actual project turned out to be. Please enjoy the video before I share my God made a farmer. God also made an advocate for agriculture. I choose to advocate positively, respectfully, and truthfully because I believe that consumers should know the truth about what they are putting in their bodies, their families' bodies, and what fake news is being spread to scare. I don't remember the moment I decided I wanted to advocate for agriculture. It just happened. I believe my childhood watching my family and other families work long hours for a product they put blood, sweat, and tears into for their community, city, state, nation, and world, and what really opened my eyes to the voice that needs to be heard. I have no intention to ever stop advocating for the industry I know and love. Agriculture in the United States is very diverse and important. Not only is it a worldwide practice, but it is a worldwide need. We need agriculture to feed our increasing population. In 2050, the population is estimated to increase by 9.7 billion individuals. This is one of the biggest population increases that agriculturalists have had. Food is one of agriculture's more popular products that many know, but other agricultural products are going to continue to be in high demand. How will we, as agriculturalists, provide these products to the consumers with high quality, environmentally and cost-friendly practices with high yields? The agricultural industry in the United States is diverse and important to our nation's economy. In 2012, there was a calculated average of 3.2 million farmers. This is less than 2% of the population directly employed in agriculture. However, the employment in the agricultural industry is over 920. In the United States, there are over 2,048,000 farms with an average size of 444 acres. The United States exports many different products. Agricultural products make up a large percentage of exports as well as imports. The total value of the United States agricultural exports is $144 billion. That is a large sum of money coming into the Michigan is the second most diverse agricultural state in the United States, trailing behind California with a little over 300 commodities, 60% crops and 40% livestock. Michigan has nearly 10 million acres of farmland in the lower peninsula alone. In Michigan, the agricultural industry makes up a large percentage of employment from food processors to farmers and other agricultural-related careers. We have over 923. That is nearly 22% of the state of Michigan's overall workforce. With these large numbers of men and women constantly at work in the industry, it has been stated that Michigan agriculture industry contributes $101 billion to our state's economy. How can agriculture be such a huge part of our economy and our nation's economy, but still not be widely known to the individuals that consume these products every minute? Simple. Fake news, wrong facts, and biased opinions that get in the hands of consumers that have not been introduced properly to such an important and dynamic. When you ask anyone involved in the agriculture what our biggest issue in the industry today is and why, they would say the lack of advocacy and general knowledge that the consumers have about what actually goes into providing food to hundreds, thousands, millions, and even billions of people on a day-to-day basis. Men and women work tirelessly day in and day out to provide products that They are constantly out fighting against prices dropping like our recent corn, soybean, and milk prices, weather being unpredictable, either giving you a bumper crop or killing it all, prices of necessary products going up, the demand for better products, more products, longer-lasting products, and higher quality, and audit after audit that is prepared for and completed to enable the company able to sell their product and make even the smallest product safely according to USDA and FDA. Many factors go into the dynamic industry, but just one factor, the lack of knowledge, can ruin the industry in one simple post-policy change. March of 1888, the Croft family made the voyage to Lowell, Michigan from Canton, Bern, Switzerland, arriving in Ellis Island first and then taking a train to their newfound home. Starting out with just some fruit trees, vegetables, hogs, chickens, and dairy cows, about 1894, just using 145 acres of high-density apple trees, an average of 18,000 trees being planted each spring, a year full of hard work and long hours, and 4 generations of passion and love for what they do. I will be the 5th generation apple grower when I decide to take over the farm one day. My father is a 4th generation apple grower and owns 145 acres of orchard. My parents run the whole operation with the help of our managers and employees. My father was taught how to manage the orchard by his best friend and father, Ken Croft. He passed at age 54 from melanoma. This tragedy inspired my parents to purchase my grandfather's favorite previously owned apple orchard that we now manage. Every year, as a tradition, we set our first apple picked of harvest on my grandfather's grave and take it off when our last set of apples. Our farm is not only a way to make money and provide for our 4-person family, but it is a passion, a love, a way of life, and what my father likes to call it, a hobby. For my whole life, I have been diversified in the apple industry and in the agricultural industry. Not only did my family own a farm, but other relatives did as well, and my father had another job in the agricultural industry as a specialty crop manager. Watching my parents and their involvement through the years in the industry ignited my passion to serve the industry I have grown up knowing and loving. At a young age, I attended conventions, dinners, and events with my parents for the apple industry. I fell in love with the Michigan Apple Queen pageant the first time I handed out brochures at the event. Ever since then, I had my goal set on becoming. About a year ago today, I was crowned Michigan Apple Queen, a childhood dream come true. For those of you who are not aware of the position Michigan Apple Queen, it is a year of service traveling and advocating at many different events around the state and outside of the state promoting Michigan apples. Many years ago, it was a pageant, but in recent years, it has changed over to a more professional competition with an application, essay, interview, scholar, and luncheon for the crowning. You are graded on your poise, knowledge of the industry, application, essay, and communication. The judges are both from the industry and from another industry. They use a number scale for grading the ladies. You have to be 17 to 24, not married, and have no kids. The crowning of Apple Queen started in Sparta and became a statewide contest for girls that have a relation to the Michigan apple industry. It started with the first crowning of the Queen in 1952 and has continued since. I was honored to travel the state with my runner-up and court member, Sarah Rash. We traveled all over the state this past year, and we have gone as far as Chicago to Detroit, spreading our love for Michigan apples. The memories we have made, moments we have shared with others, and all the adventures we have had has made each and every moment hold a special place in our hearts. There are 825 family-owned apple orchards in Michigan. I didn't go to each event as one person. I went to each event as a representative of all 825 growers in Michigan. Every time I went to a parade, market, or other event, I did not go as Emily Croft, the Michigan Apple Queen. I went as a representation of all of the growers and all the hard work, love, dedication, and passion they put into the industry. When I tell others what my major is and my history growing up in a farm town, owning an apple orchard, showing and raising animals, I often get the question that seems it would be fitting. So do you plan to take over the farm? Which is then partnered with a disapproving, judgmental look of that sounds like you will go nowhere with your life and make no money. Well, here it is, folks. I don't want to necessarily take over the farm, but if given the chance, I would. What I really want to do is advocate for agriculture. I want to bridge the gap we see between grower and consumer. I want to work for a business that values the grower and continues to improve the company to improve its benefits to the grower. I want to work for a company that allows me to go deeper in love with the agriculture industry every day by serving